Probably a pass. As spoken before about moving forward as far as our quarters won, our percentage got better, and largely on the back of the injuries we had and injuries to key senior players, if you like, and Gary, I've spoken about it before. Gary, Matty Warnock, Campbell Brown, and Danny Stanley, probably the senior players that could hold their head high as far as their contribution to the side for the season. The other boys were injured for a lot of it and really struggled to gain their form. So our movement and our progress forward has been largely on the back of second-year players, which is I think it's a pleasing thing. And again, even at half-time on the weekend, for the spirit and the effort they showed, severely overwhelmed, if you like, by the size of Adelaide and their motivation, all those type of things. As I said, we go into the break. We go into the break knowing that we lost our last game by 91 points, which would be great motivation for a coaching group as well, and understanding that in a lot of the cases it's probably their third and second pre-seasons that some of these boys will be going into, and it's going to be a time for a step up. And I think in the second half of the season, I think we lost our first 10 or 11 games, I'm pretty sure, and you look at our form ladder in the second half of the season. So the last 8 games, we won 3 of those games. We certainly were more competitive. I think our percentage was up around almost 80%. So we're in games a lot. I think our performances at home as well. I think we lost 3 or 4 games by less than 3 kicks. So it shows that the Metricon Stadium is going to soon become a fortress. But again, you're defending it with second-year players is pretty tough. Third-year players, fourth-year players, experienced players back in good health and good form. It's going to become a nasty place to play. The highlight, obviously, was our win again in Cairns, I would have thought, against Richmond. Given we'd won the first time up there, I reckon they were pretty keen to make sure that didn't happen again. So us to find a way to win, if you like, in the last, 70 seconds was fantastic, and obviously Carlton had their problems throughout the course of the season. We knew they were going to come out swinging, and to finish off, I think for the fans, the players, for everyone involved of the footy club over not just the last 2 years in the AFL but 4 years, I mean to beat a legitimate side that's been around for over 100 years and coached for the last 5 years by one coach, 5 years of development, all that sort of stuff, to pull that win off. Given our injuries, given the state of the season, that was probably the highlight for me. We'll quickly, as a coaching group, review the season in our different areas, and then obviously the rest of this week, within 6 weeks we're back on our feet again. So we need to get through our reviews, which we'll do this week. Sit down with Scotty after the dust settles and the emotion settles of that, and go through that. Obviously with free agency, it's a bit different to last year where we probably had made our mind up on most of our boys now, and you're able to delist them. But we do that now, of course. They can walk straight into another club, so we're mindful of that. And as I said, I think some of the boys, of those injuries we got through most of the season, what it was able to do was play players probably in different positions, play players that we probably wouldn't have played, and some of those players have certainly put their hand up to stay on our list.